I have a love-hate relationship with diamonds. They're actually my favorite naturally occurring material based on how fascinating I find their properties to be. And their properties make for amazing tools and composites that can be very beneficial to society. However, on a surface level, we've all been made to believe that diamonds are to be sought after solely for their aesthetics rather than their functional attributes. Something else I love about diamonds is how they're made. So, briefly, the things needed to make a diamond are pure carbon, pressure being between 725,000 to 825,000 psi, which represents the force of 1 pound exerted on 1 square inch of an area, and the temperature set to 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit or 1371 degrees Celsius. Wow, that's all I need to make diamonds? That sounds so easy. Even I can make diamonds at home. Well, no, you fucking can't. However, specific labs have the qualifications to replicate the phenomenon to create diamonds. I think this has been going on since the 1950s, but the technology for creating synthetic diamonds has advanced heavily thanks to processes such as chemical vapor deposition and high pressure, high temperature synthesis. So, if we have all these avenues to create synthetic diamonds, then why do we still mine diamonds? Is there a quality difference between synthetic diamonds and mined diamonds? Well, based on chemical composition and structure, no, absolutely not. Nor are there any noticeable differences in their properties. So, if there's no difference in their structure, properties, or appearance, then why does the world still mine diamonds instead of synthetically making them? Which would arguably be the better option, both logistically, economically, and environmentally. And not sure if y'all have noticed that natural diamonds are hella old, like the natural formation of diamonds takes billions of years. I mean, shit, there are many cases where the diamonds are older than the eruptive volcanoes that they spewed out of. Although, to know a true age of a diamond, you have to get the inclusions out by breaking up the diamond, but nonetheless, all mined diamonds are super fucking old. So, because of this, theoretically, every single mined diamond on Earth can be traced back to the original volcanic pipe in which they spouted from. And yeah, all natural diamonds have to be mined. Or if you're super fucking lucky, you can find them in placer deposits, which are formed by gravity separation or transportation by moving water. You know, shit's crazy because the diamonds you see being used as jewelry have existed longer before Earth has even had oxygen in its atmosphere. But I think even the youngest natural diamonds have existed before dinosaurs were even on this earth. So, now that we all know the process for making diamonds, let's go around the globe to see where natural diamonds come from. Whee! So, diamond mines are obviously rare and limited as a natural resource, so only a few countries have diamond mines located in them. So we know in Africa there are many diamond mines in various locations in Angola, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Congo, Lesotho, Northern Cape, and South Africa, I think we all know of. In Eurasia, being, Europe and Asia, diamond mines are located in Russia, mainly the eastern parts of Russia, India, and Indonesia. In North Americas, diamond mines are located in the Northwest Territories, Nunavut, Ontario, Quebec, Arkansas, and Colorado. And in Australia, that is where the largest man made diamond mine is located, but I'll discuss that in a little bit. So basically, what I'm trying to get at is there's a limited amount of diamond mines around the world. For years, diamond manufacturers have been looking for volcanic pipe openings to exploit, and pretty sure they still continue to do, which can be very problematic for the earth. And I understand volcanic eruptions are natural and that there have been diamonds found on the surface of these regions without too much extraction into the deeps of the earth. However, I personally don't see how any amount of diamonds would be able to make up for the raping and pillaging of Africa's people and their resources, which is still currently going on thanks to the exploitation from colonizer nations and their affiliates. Thanks. On top of civilians' lives being displaced for their nation's diamond resources, it's also not exactly the best thing for the environment to be consistently digging through the Earth's surface and exploiting volcanic pipes. I don't know, maybe I sound like a cringe SJW, but I don't believe your ugly ass fucking diamond chain, jewelry, earrings, ring, whatever, is worth destroying parts of the Earth and the societies that inhabit them. Now, there are still important resources that we still use from existing operating mines, even despite their environmental impact. So I'm not going to go too hard in, oh, we need to close down every single mine. I understand that there are certain resources that can only be extracted from the earth. However, if there is a choice to safely create or extract a resource without it resulting in environmental damage and economic displacement, then yeah, I think we should probably move to the less damaging option versus what is deemed the most profitable for employers. Now, let's move on and assume some of you are thinking, Nodi, shut the fuck up. Once again, you're a stupid bitch. There's such a thing called conflict-free diamonds. Duh. That means there wasn't any slave labor and the diamonds aren't used for unethical purposes and they have the Kimberley Process Certification Scheme. The United Nations improved it. We can mine diamonds ethically, so shut up, you damn commie whore. Well, I hate to break it to you, but the idea of conflict-free diamonds has no real meaning. Remember how I told you all natural diamonds come from one of the many working and past working mines located around the world? And the fact that theoretically we should be able to trace every single natural mine back to its original location where it was formed? Well, other than the diamonds that have been mined alluvially, which essentially means it's more on the surface, every established diamond mine has more blood on their hands than money in their pockets. Sorry. Of course, if we have the ability to stick to alluvial diamond mining, that would be more beneficial to the inhabitants and environment, whereas open pit mining is more beneficial economically for the government and the associated businesses. And which type of mining do you think is performed for 99% of the natural diamonds that exist? That's right, open pit mining. Yay, you got it. Well, if that's the case, then aren't all natural diamonds conflict diamonds, aka blood diamonds? And I would say for the most part, yes. There are situations where natural diamonds can erode to the surface enough to be mined alluvially, like I said. However, this is rare, and the diamonds are only noticeable after some rainfall. Now, I don't know how many of you have, hit something hard, like, concrete, with something else super hard, like a really heavy hammer, like the pointy part. Well, if you have ever done this, please don't. Then you know that the shit's hella hard, and if you do break even a little piece of that concrete off, it makes a big mess, and the debris gets everywhere in your face and flies everywhere and shit, and you only just cracked a little piece of this concrete, and you're like, wow, it's a big mess. Well, just imagine the amount of debris that comes about from creating these colossal open pits and tunnels. On top of the debris that leaches into the soil, water, and air, There are also issues when it comes to abandoned mines due to the exposed rocks and minerals. Whenever there may be some kind of rainfall, all that sediment from the exposed rock will wash away to other areas, most commonly into water supplies. Mining causes ecological and hydrological damage. So, if we can avoid all the blood, sweat, and tears of diamond mining through shifting to synthetic diamonds, why aren't synthetic diamonds nearly as popular? To understand this, we have to understand the stupid fucking jewelry industry. Around 20% of the world's mined diamonds are used for jewelry. The remaining 80% are used for industrial purposes. And industrial purposes is a very vague term because those purposes can range from being used for polishing pads to weaponry. So back in 2015, there was a statistic that showed only 1% of the global diamonds used are synthetic, which in 2023, it went up to around 20% of the global diamond use being synthetic, which is, I see, a good thing. But businesses don't want citizens to catch on the fact that synthetic diamonds have the same exact structure, properties, composition, and appearance as natural diamonds because to them, despite every diamond mine causing environmental and human health damages, and the majority of them being tied to colonization, these natural diamond processing companies and their respective jewelry companies make millions and billions from selling you the perceived value, surplus value, they have placed on natural diamonds. So, an example of how these elite companies see synthetic diamonds versus natural diamonds is that apparently, if you go to a jeweler and they want to buy a diamond ring off of you or buy it back, apparently, if they find out your diamond was lab grown, then it's stated that there will be no resale value. And you can usually tell the difference between a lab grown diamond versus a natural diamond based on the impurities that a natural diamond will likely have, like trace elements of boron and nitrogen, which also give them, their kind of pretty color hue. Whereas lab diamonds usually lack these impurities, which can be spotted through, the use of a Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy, FTIR. So this will show the IR radiation that gets absorbed by a material at a given wavelength, but the properties and appearance of lab-grown diamonds is essentially 98 to 99% the same as any other natural diamond, except they may not have those impurities, being that they may not have those hues. But from what I understand, I'm pretty sure that we can also synthetically replicate that. But diamond companies continue to exploit the human psyche into convincing everyone around the world that natural diamonds are superior if you want to express some sort of class hierarchy for yourself. I mean, almost every day I see people and businesses across various social media platforms brag about their natural diamond jewelry and how buying a synthetic diamond means you're a brokey. What's so sad about this is the only people benefiting from inflating the value of diamonds are the people who set the prices based on surplus value and even false demand. But sadly, citizens have fallen for the lie about natural diamonds and diamonds in general. In reality, the diamond industry wants to sell you this lie because for them, if the overall value of natural diamonds goes down, then that could shift the class divide and affect their bottom line, which would be purely profit. So I'm here to tell you to not listen to any of these fuckers regarding natural diamonds. The technology for synthetic diamonds has existed since the 50s, but synthetic diamonds can be made faster than before with the exact same quality as diamonds from the earth. I'm not going to convince y'all to throw away all of your diamond jewelry you own, but it's important to be educated and have at least a base level understanding of where these materials come from and what's affected by their production. So, hypothetically, let's say the world suddenly changes where all natural diamonds are banned and everyone can only use synthetic diamonds for jewelry and other shit. What becomes of the diamond mines and the giant craters they leave in the earth? For the abandoned diamond mines, there have already been efforts by various mining companies to repurpose these mines into things from being used as a geothermal energy source to being converted into underground long distance running zone. All of you long distance runners, tell me, would you run in a long distance running zone cave? Seems kind of scary, but I don't know, I'm scared of a lot of things. But of course, repurposing abandoned mines isn't exclusive to just diamond mines, and how the abandoned mine is repurposed would be based on the environment of where it is located. But it is better to try and mend and rehabilitate these craters in the earth rather just leaving them alone to become sinkholes or affecting the earth in any other way. As for the currently working mines, ideally they should be regulated by the state for the purpose of benefiting the workers and their respective regions. Outside nations should not be allowed to steal another nation's resources just to line their own pockets. And if outside nations do want to take advantage of another nation's resources, then there should be a trade of resources that are comparable in necessity, abundance, and labor power. You shouldn't just be able to take, or expect other countries to give without a proper exchange of commodities. So there's a book I plan on getting by Martin Arboleda called Planetary Mine, Territories of Extraction Under Late Capitalism. I'm going to link the book in the description, but I'm also going to link a written review that he did in regards to the topics he focuses on in his book. In Arboleda's interview, he gives a perspective on mining that's very mindful of the politics and economics of resource extraction. But maybe I'll give an update once I finish reading it. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just make a video about some other shit. So, a lot has really been on my mind. Middle Eastern countries have been resisting Israel's terrorist attacks. Diddy is going down after 3 decades of being a violent bitch baby and serial rapist. Chris Brown is finally getting a Surviving Chris Brown documentary to show that he's only gotten worse after the Rihanna incident in the 2000s and that his fans are either violently desperate or have no morals. And the government has accused the Pan-African media company, African Stream, of being run by Russian bots because, remember, everything bad is either Russian bots or Hamas. And Jaguar Wright bodied the fuck out of Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Claudia Jordan on Piers Morgan. And that's not counting all the other shit my ADHD mind is trying to keep up with. But I wanted to discuss a little bit about my thoughts on the diamond industry and its over glamorization. There's nothing wrong with wanting nice things on the basis of quality, but a lot of you really need to ask yourselves why you want the thing and how it will be useful to your life. And if you're just like, I don't care, I just want to look good, I get it, same. But how does the thing add to your overall appearance and what do you want to portray with it? Do you really need 10K plus blood diamond jewelry to send that same message? Why do you want to send that message? And why do you need a rock to do it? I know to normies that these questions sound stupid, but I don't think our society is encouraged enough to think for themselves and be skeptical of the messages we consume from the mainstream media. So that is why I made the video. And that's all I got. Bye.